Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News Today starts now.
Well, spring is finally here, so will things be warming up as the sun comes up? Andrew has your answer. Looking beautiful out there, though. So bright and cheery on this Saturday.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen anybody out on the water yet. I know it's still kind of cold, but it looks like the morning that's perfect for it.
Oh, you just wait for it. And Andrew has that laser focused eye. He can always spot somebody on the water.
And Andrew, I think it's almost time to bring back the grilling forecast.
Oh, you got that right. That is. How about the ice cream forecast?
Ooh, yes.
You may remember that from last summer, right? Well, not exactly. It's hard to say. Not exactly warm enough for ice cream, but I think any temperature it's a good time to have ice cream, right? Temperatures right now, sure, they're on the cold side. We're looking at temperatures below freezing. Speaking of ice cream, we're looking at temperatures in the 20s still, even some teens that are out there. But later on today, as that sun continues to rise, it gets high in the air and it gets warmer with winds out of the south, we'll see temperatures closer to 50 degrees or even more. Middle and upper 40s as we get closer to noontime. Bright, sunny conditions all day long. High temperatures up to around 55 right here in the Motor City. Low 50s, between 50 and 55 where you are as well across all of southeast Michigan. Looking gorgeous once again. The sun's still rising this morning, of course. Beautiful blue skies overhead as we look at downtown Detroit. 23 cold degrees, but I think this is the lowest temperature we'll see this morning. Maybe down another notch within the next few minutes, but then we'll see those temperatures rise in no time. And a good thing. It's only 19 right now in Lapeer and also over in Port Huron. We'll talk about even higher temperatures in the 50s today, possibly 60 for tomorrow. What your 7-day forecast is in just minutes.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Time now is 7:31, and Michigan's 7-day average of new COVID-19 cases is going up at a steep pace, and so is the positivity rate. Coronavirus hospitalizations are also beginning to climb.
It's an alarming trend. You may be asking yourself why. Well, here are some of the reasons that experts are citing. First, the spread of COVID-19 variants. Michigan has one of the highest numbers of identified cases of the strain that first emerged in the UK. That doesn't tell the whole story, however, because Michigan is one of the states leading the way in the number of COVID-19 samples being tested for variants. If a state doesn't test for variants, they won't know if they're circulating. And other states are not testing as much as we are. Still, we have a high number of those highly contagious variants circulating around the state.
Second, the easing of restrictions on restaurants is contributing to the uptick in cases. Governor Whitmer allowed restaurants to resume in-person dining on February 1st. The coronavirus case numbers, our positivity rate started rising about the third week of February. Lifting of restaurant restrictions typically results in a rise in case rates because coronavirus spreads most easily in indoor settings where people aren't wearing masks.
Third, the resumption of high school sports and other extracurricular activities is contributing to the rise. The number of outbreaks related to schools, particularly high schools, has jumped, but most of that involves extracurricular activities, not exposure in the classroom.
And lastly, people are leaving their homes more. Health experts say that the Michigan Department of Transportation and companies that analyze cell phone data are seeing increases in mobility. That data suggests that percentage of time people are spending at home has decreased and mobility is now near pre-pandemic levels. Wow, near pre-pandemic levels.
Yeah, I saw that earlier this week. It's alarming. And on the national front, as the U.S. nears 30 million cases of the coronavirus, health officials are concerned that relaxed restrictions are happening too fast.
Well, more than 77 million people have been given at least one vaccine dose. Hospitalizations are at 33,000 and infections are rising in more than a dozen states. As Miguel Almaguer reports, health officials are now warning of a possible fourth wave.
As our nation is reopening and as more Americans are vaccinated, it's virus variants triggering worries of a fourth wave. New infections are climbing in nearly a third of all states, a growing number connected to the UK variant known as B.1.1.7, which health officials now believe is deadlier.
It was a 64% increased risk of death for those with the B.1.1.7.
The UK, Brazilian, and South African variant of the virus aren't the only ones of concern. California's homegrown strain is spreading rapidly, found as far away as Hawaii and even Vermont.
Still, states are racing to lift restrictions.
We want to be safe when we do this.
Connecticut removing most capacity limits. In Las Vegas, dozens of shows are set to go on. Even colleges are announcing in-person graduation ceremonies. But in Massachusetts, a troubling sign of how quickly the virus can travel. After 37 people were infected at a cheerleading facility, the cluster of cases spread across 14 different cities. Meantime, in Idaho, the state legislature shutting down for 2 weeks after an outbreak of cases. While boarding Air Force One to Atlanta, the president stumbled twice and fell but wasn't injured. Once at the CDC, he marked the 100 million vaccine doses given, earlier saying the nation may be able to double that number in the next 40 days. The race to open the nation while keeping it safe. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News.
And also developing this morning, President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris visit Atlanta.
It was part of an effort to comfort a community rocked by the tragic shooting rampage at 3 spas that claimed the lives of 8 people.
Family coming to see firsthand where their loved ones were taken in a violent rampage that has left a community grieving and in pain.
Solo dolor. Me dejó ese asesino que asesinó a mi esposa.
I know they feel that like there's a black hole in their chest they're being sucked into, and things will never get better.
The president and vice president meeting Friday with Asian American leaders in Georgia, offering comfort during a trip that had previously been planned to promote their COVID-19 relief package.
Our prayers are with you, and I assure you, the one you lost will always be with you. Always be with you. And the day will come when their memory brings a smile to your lips before it brings a tear to your eye.
Now, newly unsealed arrest warrants show the alleged killer using a 9mm handgun in the shootings and is facing 11 felony charges related to the shootings in Cherokee County.
Whatever the killer's motive, these facts are clear. 6 out of the 8 people killed on Tuesday night were of Asian descent. 7 were women. The shootings took place in businesses owned by Asian Americans. The shootings took place as violent hate crimes and discrimination against Asian Americans has risen dramatically over the last year and more.
And the president also visited the CDC headquarters during that trip to thank public health officials for their work during the pandemic.
3 young men are now charged in a shooting at a Farmington Zap Zone. 19-year-old Kevin Bell and 17-year-old Quanshay Mason are charged with conspiracy to commit first-degree premeditated murder. A third suspect, already in custody, has also been charged but has not yet been arraigned. The men were arrested after a shooting at Zap Zone last month that damaged windows and left shell casings all over the parking lot. All right, well, I'm thinking, hey, did you ever get those sunglasses?
Oh, yeah.
You did?
I'm planning on breaking them out this week.
That's what I was about to say. Andrew, you know, finally he got an umbrella. Now he's got sunglasses. He's set.
All set for today and certainly for this weekend, right? We've got beautiful sunshine out there. You'll want to grab the sunglasses as well. If you got a convertible, yeah, take the top down. Of course, continue to drive safely. But it's cold for now. We'll talk about how much milder it gets today and even warmer tomorrow. And of course, your 7-day forecast coming right up.
All right, thank you, Andrew. And still to come, a volcano erupts overnight. Whew.
Where this video is from and why it's such a rare occurrence. That's next.